Hi everyone, this is a daily routine for anyone with chronic low back pain. Start with your feet hip width apart and just let your rib cage begin to swivel around your spine. Make sure you're weight bearing equally through your 2 feet. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears and use the momentum of your arms to see if you can rotate your ribs a little further round to each side. See if you can coordinate this movement with your breathing so that you're breathing in as you rotate to one side and breathing out as you rotate to the other. Now swap your breathing over so that you're breathing in on the side you were previously breathing out on. And then slow that down. Take a slow breath in. Raise your arms out wide to the sides, reaching up as high as you can, interlacing your hands, pressing your palms up towards the ceiling, and let's lengthen. Keep your ribs tucked in, smooth at the front of your body, a slight tuck under of your pubic bone to your navel, activating your beeline. Press down firmly through both feet and start pressing the ceiling away with your palms. Finding length through your spine, take a big breath in. Breathing out as you side bend over to your right. Breathe in to return back to the ceiling. Breathing out as you side bend to the left. In-breath will bring you back to the ceiling, and an out-breath to press the walls away with your palms, arms by your sides. Make your way down to the floor, lying down on your back. We'll begin with a little massage of the lower back. Probably close there. Drawing your knees in towards your chest, but keeping your sacrum flat on the floor. Pressing your palms down onto your kneecaps, circle your knees around. Closing down your eyes, just feeling and observing the sensation through the top of your buttock cheeks and across your lower back. And then we can change directions. Around we go. The more pressure you push through your hands, the firmer the massage will be on your low back. Finish the circle you're on now. Lower one leg down at a time. Place your hands down by your sides. Take a breath in as you arch your lower back away from the floor, reaching down towards your yoga mat through your sit bones and tailbone. And then as you breathe out, curl your pubic bone to your navel, flattening your low back into the floor. Draw your pelvic floor up and scoop your beeline in as you try and bring your pubic bone as close to your navel as possible. Your next in-breath will arch the low back, let your tummy and pelvic floor relax. And then breathing out, let's re-flatten the back, curling your pubic bone to your navel, your pelvic floor draws up and your beeline scoops in deeply. Couple more of those. Breathing in to arch your low back. Breathing out to flatten your lower back. In-breath, relaxing the tummy and the pelvic floor as you arch your low back. And your next out-breath will flatten the low back as you curl your pubic bone to your navel, scoop in your beeline, draw up your pelvic floor, and then peel the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin to your chest. In-breath takes the arms back through the air. Out-breath to flow down the spine, massaging out the vertebral column. Once you're back into neutral, breathe in. Use your tricep muscles to bring the arms back. Let's do 2 more of those. Breathing out as you flow up. Breathe in as your arms flow back. Out breath to massage the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Breathe in, arms follow. Last one now. Breathing out to flow up. In breath, arms flow back. Out breath to flow down, one vertebra at a time. Return to neutral, use your triceps and a big breath in to bring your arms back. Place your hands on your hip bones now, keeping your elbows off the floor. Adjust your pelvis with your hands so that it feels completely level. Keeping your pelvis absolutely steady and still, draw your pelvic floor up and scoop your beeline down. We're going to do some core stability work. Breathe in as you float your right leg to a tabletop shape. Make sure that your right hip doesn't twist down to the floor. Breathing out as you lower your right foot back down to the mat. Breathe in as you float your left leg slowly up to tabletop, keeping your pelvis in a level position. Don't let your left hip twist down. Breathing out to lower the left foot down. Keep your elbows off the floor. Your hands are giving you biofeedback here to monitor that you're keeping your pelvis absolutely steady. Moving with your breath, in breath will float your left leg up, and an out breath to lower your left leg down. Your pelvic floor and your beeline remain continuously engaged, and you should all be feeling quite a strong contraction running across your lower belly as your deep abdominal muscles work strongly to stabilize your pelvis here. We're going to do one more on each side, making sure your pelvis doesn't twist at all. And when you finish that, you're going to place your elbows on the floor and wrap your hands across your lower rib cage. Bring your feet and ankles together and your knees together. Take a breath in. Breathe out as you drop both of your knees over to the right. Don't force this movement. Keep your left shoulder blade down on the floor. Draw your pelvic floor up, scoop your beeline in deeply and glide your ribs a little closer towards your hips. You can use your hands to help your ribs smooth along your torso towards your hips. Feel a contraction in your belly. If you can't feel it, draw your tummy in even more deeply and draw your pelvic floor up a little further. Your next in-breath will bring your legs back to the ceiling, and then breathing out, legs drop over to the left. Don't force this movement. Your right shoulder blade stays on the floor. You're gliding your ribs closer to your hips, drawing up your pelvic floor and scooping in your beeline deeply. Use an in-breath to bring your legs back to the center. Now we're going to lift our right knee in towards our chest, hug it in, and then place your right ankle on the front of your left knee. Make a figure 4 shape with your legs. Now for some people this will be enough. You're looking for a stretch sensation in your right hip or your right buttock cheek. Try pressing your right hand against your right knee to find that stretch sensation. If you don't feel anything, keeping your left foot on the floor, you can thread your hands in through the figure 4 shape, interlacing your hands behind the back of the left knee, and then draw your left knee in the direction of your left armpit. If you're doing this stronger version, make sure that you can feel your sacrum remaining down on your mat. Staying here for 2 slow breaths. Now lower your left foot to the floor. Place your right foot down. Hug your left knee into your chest. And then place your left ankle to the front of your right knee. Using your left hand, press your left knee away from your torso, looking for a stretch sensation in your left hip or left buttock cheek. If you don't feel a stretch sensation, then you'll go slightly deeper by threading your hands through the figure 4. Interlacing your hands behind the back of the right knee, and then drawing your right knee in the direction of your right armpit. Remember to keep your sacrum on the floor. Finding and enjoying that stretch sensation in your left buttock cheek. Stay for 2 slow breaths. Slowly lower the right foot back down to the floor. Place your left foot on the floor. And then interlacing the hands behind the back of both thighs, gentle rocking to come all the way up and over into an all fours shape. Once you're in all fours, we're going to take some hip circles, engaging your pelvic floor and your beeline to make these circles. Change directions now, circling your pelvis around. Moving into the cat-cow shape. First of all, the happy cow. Press your breastbone forward as if you're trying to glide your breastbone forward through your shoulders. As you breathe out, we'll round the lower back, chin to chest, pubic bone to navel, lifting up through your thoracic spine. In breath, to glide the breastbone forward, your sit bones will naturally rotate up towards the ceiling here. Breathing out, rounding your lower back, pubic bone to navel, scooping up your tummy, lifting up through the back of the ribs. Breathing in, happy cow, breastbone glides forward through your shoulders, and your out breath is to round the spine. Back to neutral, take your knees out wide, and buttock cheeks to heels, glide your fingertips forward. Just see if you can fold your torso down between your inner thighs. If you're able to, rest your forehead down on the floor. And then breathe slowly and deeply into your lower back and your belly. And then use your out breath to see if you can soften and surrender more deeply down. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then slowly make your way up. Tuck your toes under. Fingertips to the floor, lift your knees and stand up. And we'll finish off with a table stretch. I'm just going to use this piece of wall here. Going to push the wall away with your hands. Your feet are about 1 metre out from the wall. Bend your knees and reach your way through your sit bones. See if you can get your back nice and flat like a table. Keep pressing the wall away with your hands. Press the back of your thighs away and lift your sit bones up. See if you can find more length through your sit bones. Make sure your head is level with your arms. Roughly your upper arms should be against your ears. And now wag your tailbones slowly from one back corner of the room around to the other. Do a couple more of these. See if you can find a stretch sensation down the side seams of your body as you wag your tailbone. And keep reaching through your sit bones and the back of your thighs for the wall behind you. Come back to the center now and take your fingertips as close to your toes as you can, so bend your knees a lot. Fold your belly in towards your thighs, take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, you'll roll up slowly. And then we'll finish the way we started with a nice slow deep breath in. Reaching up high. This time our hands will meet in a prayer, and then as you breathe out, lower your hands down to your heart. And thank yourself for making the time to honor your body with that simple exercise routine.